All right, hello everybody. This is JM Gaming again with another account review. This is Jarne, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of do an overall review of his account and a little bit extra into the whole. That sounds so bad still. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the main page. Okay, so your obols, like I told you, they look really good. I mean, if you're looking for drop chance, this is what you want. This is what you can run on everybody also. You could run drop chance into the middle ones, but I'll do that sometimes when I'm just on an active person. But for the most part, those AFK obols are fantastic. They're just so good. But yeah, you're good on that. I see one thing immediately. You want me to look at your account? I definitely see something immediately. Your shrines are really, really low. Mine were actually considered low, and mine are like 22, 23 now, but your shrines are very low. Make sure that everybody you have that's AFK has golden cheese on them. Get a good solid stack. I have over 10k on mine, on every single person, and within less than a week, mine were at, I want to say 15, 16 or worse, and then they just blew up. Yes, if they're in the hole, it does count. So if they're just sitting there trying to get like monument AFKs or something, having the cheese on there does count toward the shrines. So definitely get yourself some golden cheese, because these are really low. You're definitely going to want to get them up. But that's definitely something you can work on. Your statues, I mean, some of them are kind of low. I mean, I have most of mine, like the easy ones, around 200 plus. You definitely need to go back and onyx this for sure. That's going to help you out a lot. Yeah. And have you reached hole 15 yet in the cavern? Cavern 15? I think I want to say that you said you haven't yet. No. Okay. Well, obviously when you get there, you know, you're going to save your first 20,000, then you're going to onyx that. I'm going to assume you already know that you're doing that. Your bubble count's kind of low too. Your stamps, your 8.86, that's a little bit low too. I'm going to assume you're almost like around the point of me, but I don't want to assume. Mats printed. All right, let's go ahead and get a little more in depth. Also, that money's pretty low, but you probably could have just spent it too. Let's go ahead and take a little more in depth. You know what? We'll look at your characters first so we don't almost forget it this time. For some reason, we know this thing wants to be weird, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we're on your equipment. Let's go ahead and look at your equipment. I like how you got God Shard tools. Fantastic. I mean, I don't know why we don't have God Shard pants, but definitely want some God Shard pants. You can also upgrade those rings. You're definitely going to want to do that. But I mean, it's Voidwalker by the looks anyways. I don't know why it's not showing the icon for these guys. Okay, most of this looks good. Oh, you need higher tower defense to get more souls? Okay, I got you. That totally makes sense. You're going to want to get better skulls too, because you see the difference? You get this high skull here, but then you got a lower one. This one's super low too. Yeah, I see you're kind of working on splicers a little bit between them. Try to get all your splicers up to the World 4 splicers. It's going to be a huge help. Oh, congrats on the name tag, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, obviously at some point you can work on getting God Shard gear for these guys. That'll be nice. Another thing, too, you need to upgrade this scarf. Upgrade them all to Divine Scarf. It's a huge improvement. That's definitely something you can work toward, and it's not hard to do. It really isn't. It's really, really quick. I would definitely do that. See, you got the rings, same problem I have, but I mean, it looks like you're doing efficiency anyway, so that's probably why you got those equipped. Yep, I see you got your food on there. Yeah, your tools look really good. I mean, you got them all on God Shard on like everybody. That's fantastic. But yeah, you're definitely going to want God Shard gear. And yeah, Divine Necklace, like, you got to swap over to Divine. It's a huge improvement. Make one for everybody. Seriously, I would take a day and farm that out. For sure. because it's going to be a massive improvement. Yeah, see, even your traps are different on some people. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a massive improvement. See, you got most of them. Like this one is okay. So you're kind of going from these over to another one. Okay, but yeah, fix your skulls too. Try to get some higher skulls. I mean, it could just be an issue of your skill level. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at your skills then. Okay, I'm going to assume this is definitely the Void Walker then, which is really nice because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to. They're number one on all these skills. Fantastic. That's exactly what you want to do. Good stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been getting most of my skills up to around 100. But yeah, you're doing really good on that. I would, as high as your skills are, I would almost expect your construction to be higher. We'll have to take a look at that. It seems like you're really low to me. Let's see here. Yeah, you're getting your trapping up, so you're in the same situation I'm in. Let's see here. What are you, 90 on most of these? Yeah, if you have the ability to, you want to start swapping up to Marby glass for your traps. Get them all up to Marby. You need level 90 to equip them. Go ahead and get them up to Marby, and you're going to find a drastic improvement. Huge improvement. I know they're kind of a pain in the butt to get up, but trust me, you'll be happy about it. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, that's probably one of your higher ones, 639. It's pretty low. Let's go ahead and look. What else do we have on our characters here? We can go ahead and look at the rest of this throughout your account here. Let's go ahead. We'll start with World 1 and we'll just take our way through. Anvil, typical stuff. I don't know why it doesn't show more of Anvil on here. Just make sure that you have all the points that you can get possible with everything. If you have to go after mobs that you need to get more points or money into it to get more points, make sure every character is maxed out on that. Oh, okay, you didn't know that full XP was the way? Okay, then that's why it makes sense. Because what gives you the most XP is your 2 Divine Knights. What level they are in construction is what blows it completely up. So yeah, that would be why you're suffering then, for sure. That would definitely do it. I was going to say, it didn't look right. Okay, I see you got stuff going. Very nice. I mean, you got an empty one, but you probably ran out. I would assume you got all the upgrades. Nice. Okay. Doing what you're supposed to there. Bribes, I'm going to assume you got them. Let's go ahead and look at your stamps. See, right off the bat, like, I know that you're farther on and stuff. All these ones in blue, you can easily upgrade them. Now, I know your stamp level is pretty low. Actually, I see that you're 88 on this. So once you get this up to 100%, you're going to get one of these every day. I'm to the point to where I get almost 2. It does make a big, big difference. It's going to help you level them up faster. But yeah, you've got to show a lot more love to your stamps. And you can, because you definitely have the ability to level a lot of these up. Let's see here. On a good note, you've got most of them unlocked. Actually, it looks like you've got all of them unlocked. Except, arcade stamp. We're not going to worry about that. But yeah, your account needs an overall, like, every bit of the stamps needs to be leveled up. With where you're at in the game, there's no reason why you couldn't have this stamp level, because, like, 8,886, that's pretty much what you're at, is what you go by this, is what your level is. You could easily be 13,000 plus. Easily. Yeah, you've got a lot of easy ones. I would definitely take some time to go through and knock a lot of these out, because you definitely need it, okay? But I mean, you have them unlocked, so that's half the battle right there. And then eventually, once you get all these leveled up, then you're going to start wanting to work on, your capacities, because your multi-tool's low. You're going to want to work on ladle stamp. All the ones that give you capacity, like mason jar, wherever the hell it is. Mason jar. So you want to work on that. But you're going to want to work on those so then you can hold more, so then you can just keep leveling up your stamps even more. Pretty much use the ability on Voidwalker where he has the talent that you can hold more on him. And he's your best one to do stamps with. So throw all your bags and stuff on him. Get him leveled up. Get all that stuff done up on him and use him as the one to do it. Both of these stamps, by the way, in case you're wondering, because I know you don't have them, they come from Cavern 15. They drop very, very easy. When you get to Cavern 15, active on Siegebreaker. Siegebreaker, every time you have plunder mobs, they actually give way more torches when they drop. So definitely use that. Yeah, you got a hard focus multi-tool, definitely. Yeah, 200 to 210 for sure. Yeah. But I mean, you've got so many stamps that you can just level up to start off with. I would just focus as an overall blanket effect of take a couple days and just level up most of them. Because there's a lot of them you can easily do. You could run some of your 3D prints. You probably have a lot of this stuff sitting in storage because you see massive amounts of these are in blue. Like massive amounts. So yeah, I would just do a blanket, like every bit of them over it. And then just focus on your capacity ones a lot. Definitely. All right, let's go ahead and check. We'll check your owl. 17, fantastic. I got nothing to say about it. 17 after 17 is a freaking nightmare. So, great job on owl. I got nothing more to say about it. Do your claims every day. You know what you're doing. You're at 17. You got this. Because that's great. You're exactly where you need to be on it. Let's go ahead and check out 2. I know your bubbles are low. Also keep in mind too, you want to get a lot of these crappy ones out the way because you don't want your next bubble left behind to hit on crappy bubbles that are easy to level up. Because if it's hitting on the ones that are crappy and easy to level up, then you're just minusing ones that are a pain in the butt to level up. Like this, okay, it's kind of a pain in the butt to level. I know souls, you're in trouble. See, this goes to show your bubbles that you're not leveling up. We know already because we knew your trapping and stuff is getting hit. But definitely work on those Marby traps. That's going to help you out a lot. All right, with you, we might be able to go up above 70%. Let's see here. We'll try like 85 and see from there. I see it looks like you're probably a bit of an hourly clicker, which is good. These, you want to get these up eventually to 95%, these 3 efficiency, because they're really, really good. It's definitely good to get them up. It's going to help out your prints. It's going to help out all these other bubbles so much. Another one, too, you want to focus a lot of your efficiency bubbles, like Hocus Chopus is huge. You're going to want to level that up. Now with Conjurer, I see that you have this leveled up to 545, so I'm going to assume that you have the extra 300% in Conjurer, which means you want to get this up to 600%. You get this up to 600%, you're going to see massive improvements. Same thing with the bug one. Yeah, I see you're at 398. Yeah, you're working on the 600%. Yeah, you're going to want to get 600%. Sploosh, sploosh, another one. If you have to, just focus one at a time for the most part. I mean, I see that you're getting some. I mean, even if you're printing it out and you can just level them up a little bit, that's cool too. User particles on Larry. Okay. But after a while, Larry, it's going to take you a massive amount of time to level it up. I hourly click Larry is what I do. Let's see. I definitely went past him. There he is. Yeah, I mean, your Larry isn't like terrible. So in other words, you got a 9.56% chance to get a third. That's not terrible. So let's see, you're at 91%. So let's go ahead and say this is like 95, okay? And then let's check out Larry. And you see 851 bubbles. Levels you need for it. But if you look at like these are going to not even come close to needing that many. If you have to, I know it's probably not the best in the world, but especially this one because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, get it for 110%. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're going for, it's probably not a bad idea to do that. And then if you have to just particle these, I particled these just because I didn't want to screw around with them because some of them are a pain in the butt to level them up a little bit. And I wanted it done quick. So I took my bubbles and I just knocked them out, my particles. and just knock them all out to 600%. Go over 600% too, by the way. Because when it says in the game 600%, you come in here and it says like 599 and some change. So go 601 if you have to. I noticed that. It did that definitely on my end. So keep that in mind. Your grind time, you could definitely get this up more. I'm trying to get mine up to like 15,000. That's a little overkill. But even like 10K is a really good number to get up to. You could focus for 5K first, while you're just kind of activating on Bubo. That would be a good thing to do. You gotta get your cranium cooking up a bit too, though. At some point, you'll be able to, like, I can hourly click this, no problem. At some point, you can be like that. But you want this to get up to about 115% or so. Yeah, but the real question is with Sigil, are you done? I would assume you're done with all of your leveling up your cauldrons and stuff like that. We'll have to take a look at that. Let's see here. Yeah, let's take a look at your cauldrons here. Because you got to level up some damage bows. You got to get a lot of them. Try to go like 80, 85%. Even 85% would be good. On your skill efficiency ones that are going to affect your prints, I try to go 90, 95% on all of them. Yeah, see, like, you're maxed out on this. That's good. You're good on that. Yep. Capacities aren't as much of a huge thing as they used to be. Yeah, so you're all maxed. So yeah, you should be in sigils. But yeah, I mean, that's a case for a different story. Cranium cooking, to be honest with you, should affect sigils, but it doesn't. We all know that's a thing. But I mean, you could cook and get your caps up a little bit, and you could also focus on getting like grind time up a little bit at some point. If you start struggling with levels a little bit, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and level that up. It shouldn't be as bad for you because I noticed that you do have the XP headpiece that came out and you have the name tag. So between both of those, you're probably going to level fairly quick anyways. So I wouldn't prioritize it ridiculously because I think you'll be fine. But I'll tell you though, I've got over 12,000 on mine and my XP just explodes with that headpiece and the name tag for sure. Let's see here. So sigils, we'll take a look at your sigils too. Yeah, you got a bunch on the P colors. I see that you're just doing them in order. You don't have to just do them most of the part in order. Drop rate is huge. I would definitely be grabbing that one. Movement speed one is pointless. This boosting golden food is crazy, crazy good. It's probably the best one that's there. I would definitely focus on that one. Because you're focused on sigils charging faster. Okay, I get that. Like, that makes sense. This one, refinery cycles, is okay. Stamp levels. So the yellow color is as high as you can go, I would assume, then. You don't have the upgrade to take it to the red ones, then. But this golden food one is huge. It's huge. Very, very good. Skill AFK is another good one. Oh, you're going for red? Okay. A lot of these ones down here, it's just going to take a while for them. But yeah, the number one is I would go into golden food. It's huge. Absolutely huge. Golden food is one of the best effects in the game. It is so good. Especially when you start getting the beanstalk and stuff done. I would definitely go into that. Alright, arcade shop. We're not going to worry too much about it. Kilroy. Of course, you got those. Yep, you got the one in the talents. You're going to want to go more into skulls, too. At some point. Which helps a little bit. No, I mean, it's not that bad. Like I said, mine's not the greatest either. But you're doing what you're supposed to do. At some point, you could put one into each one of these. Once you unlock them. Or if you already have it unlocked. You only need one in it. You did that on the talent drops. That's exactly what you should do. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about him. It happens. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna chew you for it. I understand. But yeah, definitely get a little bit more into the skull and stuff. Should help. But I mean, you got a lot into your timer, which helps. All right. Let's go ahead and look at Kangaroo. You got 8. Not too bad at all. So see, you love your clicker games, don't you? Your respawn will help, but I mean, with him having 40 to get 40 respawn too, then he's going to have no skulls. He's got to balance him a little bit. Yeah, Rue, you're fine on. I don't see an issue at all. Let's go ahead and look at your prints. If someone followed, thank you. I'm on this other setup, so I don't have the alerts procking up on it. Sorry if I missed you. But let's see here. So you've got your stuff on here. Makes sense. You might want to push up sometime, do a little bit more of a another speed run. Get yourself a bunch of holes and stuff. That's what I would do. I would get a bunch of portals unlocked and a bunch of clears, and then the next time go back and then do some prints, because you should be able to get these a decent bit higher. These are probably just because, you, like you said, you need help in the hole and stuff like that. So once you start doing enough and you get some efficiency in mining and stuff, these are going to blow up. I had, if this gives you any bit of an idea, I was at 233 million before I came back for my print on copper ore. I took the week to max out most of my gold food on the beanstalk and to carry a good amount of peanuts on my character. Then I also worked on my cards. I leveled them up by candy and stuff. I then got a bunch of mining efficiency in the hole. And I worked on Conjurer to get all that stuff, all my bubbles up to the 600% to go with that. I went from 233 million up to I'm 177 billion now on it. If that gives you any idea of how much it really goes crazy. So yeah, if you do those things, it's going to explode. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff to really completely explode those numbers. Yeah, I mean, if for nothing else, once you unlock Cavern 15 and you get your dragon statues, it'd probably be a good idea. At that point, you'll probably be close to the 600% on your bubbles. Get those, get the statues, and then go and reshoot everything. See, yeah, because it's only like 3 billion. I mean, with the way your account looks, you probably haven't shot these prints in a while. So it makes sense. Yeah, see, you got the 1 copper on there, just like you should. Perfect. You want to fill these out. Same thing as I was telling Danneth. Beastmaster kind of sucks for prints. Best thing to do is to pretty much put your refinery stuff on Beastmaster, because they're kind of the crappy one. Yeah, vial printing's fine. I get that. That's why you're doing that. I assumed as much. But I mean, I would fill out most of these. Shoot yourself a print of every one of the refinery ones on this. And then what I did was, I think I put like 3 more that were like the flies that I couldn't get with Siegebreaker. But yeah, you can put some stuff too for vials on there. But I would definitely recommend putting some vial ones on there. Or not vial ones, but the refinery ones. This looks good. I mean, like I said, your numbers are going to go up eventually once you start, getting all that stuff. You're working in the right direction toward it. And once you get that stuff done, that 600% and everything, gold food and stuff like that, it's going to blow up. You can deplete it once it's done. I got you. Yeah. I use mine for vial printing sometimes too, but that's what's good about them. You can put in all the refinery ones, and then they still have a few extra slots that you can kind of mess around with. Knock out your vials and stuff. This one, once again, you got your copper print in there. Perfect. This guy here, you got all your ore. That's good. And this one here. Yeah, so you just got to work on getting them up a little bit. Yeah, I'm printing around that many bloaches an hour, around 40 million plus. It's enough to where I think I'm printing more like 80. I think it's 80 million an hour. Enough to be able to 1 hour click. And yeah, it's really nice when you can 1 hour click bloaches. That's for sure. Accuracy, being able to hourly click it is really nice. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, I think we skipped it. Nope, we're right here. Let's check out your refinery. All right, we just mainly got to make sure that you're not overusing. 8, 7, 9. All right, so we got a problem. You need to stop this pink one right here. You have it leveled up too high. You need 1,030 per hour. You only produce in 905. You're not producing enough. So you might even want to... Thank God, though, you level this once or twice. Probably once. And you'll be back to fine. But this one's salt locked right here. You're going to be sitting and it's going to be doing nothing at times. Yeah, you get one more on the green and you're good to go. So just be mindful of that. You don't need to level this one, the purple salt and the yellow salt, up very much. So yeah, you're fine on that one. Yeah. It's just a matter of, yeah, you get a level on that and you're back to good again. That's all. That's fine. You probably just leveled it up. Okay, at some point you're going to have to work on gaming so you can get 30 levels into every one of these by getting Isotope. Unlocking Isotope is huge. So you got this up. Yeah, I mean, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in here. I would definitely... This thing is huge. This is a huge, huge amount for cooking speed. Every one of these levels in this. It's massive. So if... And once again, you get your 3D prints up, it's going to make all the difference in the world to be able to get these atoms to do all this stuff anyways. Because this, you can probably get close to leveling it once you fix your prints. It's a huge, huge increase, though. This one, you're not going to level it a ton. This one scales ridiculous. So, yeah, you're pretty fine. But, yeah, you got to get Isotope in gaming. So then you can get these up to 30. It's a pain in the butt. But once you get that, you're pretty well good in gaming. You only really need gaming to be able to level up Bell at that point. And that's about it. Check out your Equinox. All right, so you haven't done the cooking ladles one. That one's not too hard. You're just going to have to take the AFK time to get it. I still have the 2,000 Kilroy one. That's once again, you level up your Kilroy, that one's going to be solved in time. You just can't stay in there long enough. Yeah, you got to get your green stacks. Let's see here. Yeah, you got to get the mushrooms. So you got some fairly easy ones. Yeah, gaming goes pretty fast once you start pushing it a bit. But yeah, you're going to have to work on these. These are fairly easy ones, at least. Trust me, they don't get any easier. But yeah, you want to work on that. And then let's see here what you got unlocked. So you got your liquid vestment. That's nice. So that's the main thing for having for Bubo to be able to really start doing cranium cooking like hardcore. Matching skims. Yeah, laboratory one is okay. Full jewels. See, instead of focusing on some of these other ones like nugget and stuff, which is just overkill. And for the slow roast whiz, once you start getting your towers and stuff up and whatnot, then you'll be in good shape. And once you start getting gaming running good, your nugget will be huge. But you got to put into faux jewels. And as soon as you unlock Equinox symbols, stop doing everything you're doing in here. Put it all in this until it's maxed. Just forget about everything else. Max out Equinox symbol. It's the most important one in here. The second most important, well, faux jewels is pretty good. I mean, you're doing good by this. It's not bad. Food lust, don't put any more into it. To be honest, I wouldn't even put any in it. But you've already put 1 point. Don't put any more into it. Focus on faux jewels until you unlock symbols, and then pump everything into symbols. Okay? And you should be good to go on that. That'll kind of straighten you out on it. But you got to unlock some of that stuff, too. Definitely got to get those bubbles done. Yeah. It's not too bad, though. Let's check out your buildings. I assume you're probably pretty good on these. This one isn't a huge priority. It's a pretty crappy building, to be honest with you. It doesn't really do much. Yeah, so you definitely got to get these guys leveled up. If you can, I see that you got Poisonic Elder in one of your trim slots. If at all possible, try to keep it in it all the time. Because it's going to end up being the best tower in the game. And Kraken is pretty good too. But yeah, you almost always want to be upgrading this if you can. And then, of course, like I already told you about shrines. See, this is where... See how these are at 0? Or no, never mind. So 104, 126. You're not too bad. At some point, you might want to level these up some. But that just comes with once you level up your salts a little bit. You'll be able to push those a little bit more. Let's check out your Death Note. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Yeah, at some point, go to World 6 and finish those out. Okay, so I see you missed most of these, but at least let me give you one hint on one of these. Galunko is very, very easy. If you have Deathbringer leveled up, you can park Deathbringer at it, and instead of it taking 20 minutes for it to pop, it will pop every about 4 minutes. Because for some weird reason, their gravestone affects its spawn rate. So leave it overnight. Make sure you have a bunch of pickles on them. And I'm telling you, you will get this done. I got it done in... To be honest, either. He can be in either. I would just leave him in Wraith form. Or actually, no, take him out of Wraith form. You want him out of Wraith form. I forgot, when he's in Wraith form, sometimes you'll get a glitch that happens. Just put him out of Wraith form. Just have him in regular mode. And let him kill. Leave him overnight, a couple nights, and you'll be done. I have this up to 100k right now. And it took me 2 nights. So just so you have an idea. Yeah, target. That's what it does. That actually does work. And that's why I knocked it out quick, because you never know if he's going to make it not work anymore. I see that some of these, go through every day, knock them out. You know, the ones that you can do because, you know, Baba Yaga's not hourly anymore. We all know that. Go through, do your dudes and stuff like that. Obviously, do these before they get capped. We all know that. But yeah, do that trick with Glunko. Couple nights, you'll have it up to 100k plus. Easy peasy. Yeah, go ahead and do that target. But yeah, don't be in Wraith form. Be in regular form when you do it. Because Wraith form, it'll get a weird glitch going where it'll spawn Glunko in and you can't do any damage to him. So make sure you're not in Wraith form, okay? And trust me, you'll blow through that. But that's a nice little tip for you that I learned. That was compliments of Maine, by the way. That I learned that one from. Yeah, see, you've got the levels. You've got the levels for worship. You got to get better skulls. And make sure, too, if you're going to change out your skulls, that you use the charge first. As soon as you unequip it, you lose the whole charge. So make sure you use it first. Check out your totems. See, 160 isn't terrible for where you're at. Let's see. Oh, you got a 200. That's nice. 160, 170. See, so you definitely like your... You like doing your tower defense. This one, not so much. But I think your towers aren't high enough for it. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'm surprised some of these are as high as they are with the way your towers are. But that's nice. So you're not doing too bad. Level them up some more, and then you can go and do some more. Check out your prayers here. So you got a bunch of these maxed. Nice. Yep, Jawbreaker. Yeah, you don't really need to level this if you're using it. I mean, once you get to the point to where you don't need to use it anymore, then you can max it for the sake of the tome. That's it. Fiber of Absence, once you get enough, I would just max this. And definitely Rucksack. If you max out Rucksack, this is what you can equip to Voidwalker, and this will help you with your stamps. Massively. Because it'll give you huge carrying capacity. Equip that, do your stamps, and you're going to get a lot better. Okay, yeah. So you don't have to use it after that, yeah. Because you don't want it to be too... It's not a huge deficit, like a lot of people think. This one, too, you could level all the way up. Proficiency, another one. See, proficiency, you would want to max this out because this is a great way to place traps. You use Voidwalker with this and use their Transcendence power. And what it is you want as much skill XP as you can on Voidwalker when they place out all of your traps for everybody. Because efficiency does not matter when it comes to trapping. You want that skill XP as high as you can get it. Max this out. Do Transcendence with him. Place all the traps down with nature traps. Place them with turtles, and your dudes will level so fast. A lot faster. This one just doesn't really matter. You level it all the way up just for the sake of tome. That's it. Yeah, let's check out your traps. Okay, so that's what you're doing. But I hope you did the whole Transcendence bit, and like you should level that prayer up too. Yeah, see, I see you got these. These are past due. You're probably letting the automation arm hit them for you. I get it. But make sure, too, that, like, I would assume, let's see, this got to be, yeah, Voidwalker, good. You got all on turtles for Voidwalker. Nice. But see, you get up to those marble traps and stuff, and you're going to get some more slots. Are you doing 20-minute traps? Okay. Well, these are like 3 hours past. So, that's probably not good. I see, okay. So I see what you're doing. You're kind of spreading them out so they'll all stay around the same. Oh, maybe you are max slots then. But I mean, like I said, with the Marby traps, you can equip them. You are high enough. I'd work on them and do them. Because why not? I mean, you're just going to get more gains anyways. Salt Lick, we're not going to worry about. Construction, let's see. Because you said you didn't know about build percent and everything. Or, not build speed, but player XP. Yeah, that's why you're so low. You're definitely going to want to take some time out to change these up. Also, your cog board is kind of all over the place. What you're going to want to do is you're going to put like 2 of these gray ones here, 2 gray ones here, 2 gray ones here, 2 gray ones here. To where you have kind of like a chain going around so it'll affect these guys. These you want to keep them together. You don't want to put stuff in between them. And then essentially with these, you want everything pointing at them. There is some guides and stuff out there. The best thing you could do is go Outside Gamer has a fantastic cog guide. Look that up, and he breaks down every single aspect of it. Exactly how your placement is, depending on how many DKs you have. And obviously you bought all the pay-to-win stuff. Take a look at his guide, and I'm telling you, you are going to have massive improvements. Okay, they are placed fine? Okay. Well, I'm just saying, you can watch his video, though. It's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know why this thing is so zoomed in. I'm going to have to zoom out of it. All right, let's go ahead and look at World 4. This is going a little while, but I'm trying to kind of get through this for you so you can kind of get like a decent bit going. Like 1 ladle. Obviously, you're at the point to where you could ladle this stuff. Ladle your speed stuff first. It'll make this time go down. Yeah, see? You got a lot of stuff you can ladle. Let's see. Do you have everything unlocked? Let's see here. Yeah, you got everything unlocked. But yeah, I mean, even the last one's only taking 1. Essentially, you want to have this as your lowest level so it'll keep getting hit by no meal left behind. But yeah, you got a lot of these. You could just... Best thing to do is level up all of the ones with the speed on them. With the meal speed. Then go through and maybe grab like a stack of... Break your inventory down to like stacks of 10. And just put 10 into every single one of them. Every meal. Just go right through order. Pound them all out. And there you go. Yeah, I mean, if that's what your board looks like the fine way, then you're okay. But I'm just saying, if when in doubt, you could go take a look at his guide. That's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I believe you that it's fine. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Breeding. Yeah, I see you're doing some shinies. Yeah, Yeah, definitely gonna have to level up some shinies though. I mean, I'm kind of in that boat on some of them. Lab, I would assume you have everything unlocked. Yeah, you're gonna have to get those gems. So you say that you're a heavy spender. Buying the thing in the gem shop to unlock these is fantastic. You only get a certain number you can do a day. If you want to spend money, it's a great thing to spend money on. Because it'll automatically unlock one that you don't have. It's guaranteed to unlock one you don't have. So, that's always a good thing. Rift. Let's see what you got here. Okay, so you got that unlocked. Yeah, so you've got Rift done. Oh, you've got Construction Mastery, so that's a huge one. If you got some easy to level up buildings, it's always good to push, so you can push this up higher for your build speed. Okay, I see that you're waiting. Okay, I got you. Tome, you know, I'm not going to touch base on that. Tome is Tome. Sailing. It looks like you have Sovereign on most of them, which is good. Yeah, you're doing pretty good in that. Let's see here. Yeah, you definitely got to level your boats up some more, though. For sure. I mean, they get the job done, but it's always good to, even if you have all your sovereigns. If you don't, then you need to finish getting your sovereigns, obviously. But it's good to just get them all up to the Dreadnought tier. And for nothing else, you future-proof yourself, right? Obviously, you own Doot. I assumed as much. Yeah, you can work on leveling these up a bit, too. That'll help you out a little. Total damage. That one you got maxed. But yeah, this one's 43. Yeah, it would help out with your sailing speed a little bit, too. Just something to kind of look forward to. You get a little extra currency. You can pump those up a little bit. All right, gaming, you got... See, once you start getting up in gaming a bit, this nugget should go up because you're maxed out in Equinox right now. Yeah, you just got to play it and start leveling some stuff up. That's all it is. It just looks like a case of just having played it enough. Your logbook, you get the stuff unlocked, most of it. Yeah, you just got to play it more. Try not to forget about it. I know, gaming sucks. All right, Hole, which is where you really wanted me to focus on. So let's see here. So it looks like you're at 98 million XP. And you got 225. So see, yeah, so you're pretty low. I know you watched my video that I have out of all the places where you can get villager XP from. You're definitely going to want to look at that because you're fairly low. That's why it's going to take you a long time. Or no, you're at 9 billion out of 58. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Let's see here. It should show some of it on here. Yeah, there is a bundle, too, that they had before that you could buy you didn't get. Grimoire, I don't have. 147 million. Okay. That's still kind of low, though. It's still going to take you a while getting in there with that. You know what, let's take a look at something real quick. I just want to check this. Yeah, 151. You could get this up more, too. I got this thing up to about 230 pretty easy. Yeah, do you have Samurai also? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty low with all that stuff. Like I said, take a look at my guide that I have on it. And it's going to answer a lot of that for you. But yeah, you definitely are hurting for the XP, for sure. Let's see here. If you have to, too, you know what I would do? to be completely honest with you. I see that you need some stuff there. Let's see. I would assume this is the last one you unlocked. Let's see engineer again here. Yeah, so you got this one, this. Yeah. What I would do is I would almost take all of the stuff, all of your opals out of Explorer. I mean, it's going to take you forever to push this. You're almost better off to unlock some more schematics. Get your jars and stuff up, and if for nothing else, jars inside of there. You can end up unlocking. Let's see here. You can end up unlocking a lot of the villager upgrades. Let's see here. We'll take a look here so we can see. So you got a villager 1 there that's level 1. Yeah, see, you don't have very many. You got another one there. So you're missing 1. So you got like 2, but they're not even leveled. So yeah, you definitely got to focus in the jars. Yeah, jars is huge XP boost to it. Yeah, you're missing all this stuff on the second page. So what I would say is definitely swap all of them out of Explorer. Put everything into Engineer. Start unlocking schematics. And as you can see, you're missing some really, really good ones for the jar. Start getting these jar ones and focus jar. So then you can start enchanting. Well, I mean, you can hope and pray that you enchant Shadow Prism, but it doesn't mean you're going to. You can click on it, and it gives it a better chance. But yeah, you definitely want to unlock these, though, these schematics. And then, yeah, click on the ones that you want for the XP ones later on, once you unlock a ton of stones. And then, yeah, that's going to help you out a lot, too. I would push up your villager statue a little bit, too. It's a little on the low side. Let's see here. Study. Yeah, see, study, you didn't even do any into study, really. I mean, they're very, very low. Yeah, so you got the bravery 1, justice. Jars is just 1. Yeah, at some point you want to focus on this, too. So get yourself a bunch of schematics unlocked. I would worry about unlocking a bunch of schematics so you can get the jar rolling. Then worst case scenario, you can go put it into study after. Get a bunch of levels and then move it out into measure. But measure, you're not terribly bad. Well, you could use some of these. So yeah, you got some jar ones too. So okay, let's rephrase that. I'd get the schematics to where you get a bunch of the jar ones. You're probably not going to push engineer until you unlock them all. You're going to unlock most of the jar ones. Then I would push into measure to unlock most of your jar ones. If not close to all, you might even be able to hit all of them. And then I would put into study and pound that up. Or you could even go study first if you want to try to just get them. Because study is going to be like, it's in there for a day or two, and then you're going to take it out. But that's what I would do. Because right now, you're just spinning your wheels and getting nowhere with this. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, hit the 3 of them. Get them up, get the bonuses, and then you're going to be so much higher, you'll be able to put into Explorer, and then you can just blast through it, and it will actually feel like it's serving a purpose at that point. Because right now, he's spinning his wheels, getting nowhere. It's just bad. That's what I would do, though. Let's see, slab, I mean... My slab is horrible. Everybody knows that. It's a joke that I have. I mean, obviously you can work on slab, get that up a little bit, but... Like, a lot of people say about slab, but... It's not a huge priority compared to some other stuff. It's good, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta go out of my way for it. Because it's not. Let's see here. Yeah, you definitely gotta push a lot. I went over, once again, that land rank guide and stuff with you, so you know how to use that. We've already gone over that. But yeah, you're going to want to... If you look into where, like, Maine and them, they also have guides of, like, leveling this stuff up and whatnot. Because you definitely need a little bit of love in here. Oh, you started focusing today? Well, I mean, if you started focusing today, you're not doing too bad, right? But yeah, you're going to want to get those daytime buffs up. And let's see here. Let's check out the market. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to level up some of the daytime. You get your land rank 1. Great. Yeah, I mean, you're not looking too bad. Push it up, get it up a little bit, and then swap it over. Just keep doing your reset where you just keep spamming back and forth between the magic beans and whatnot. Sneaking, you get the point. You're putting them the right way. And then you got your double set there. Yeah, I mean, just going to take time for you to get up, but you're equipping everything the right way. I can't say nothing about that. At least you're equipping them the right way. Let's check your beanstalk, because this is where I feel you're missing out. Yeah, see? Some of these are Coliseum, I understand. But some of these are pretty easy to get. Like, we all know bread's a pain. Yeah, see, the golden cheese, you got to get that. That's why your shrines are really hurting. I have the, like, I managed to put this up to 100k. And then every single one of my people have 10k sitting on them. And it went from 16 to like 23 in like a week on my shrines. So it's huge. It really is. Make sure everybody has some on them. Yeah, so you're definitely going to want to get most of these up to the 100k. I even have 10k on this. But yeah, your dumplings, once again, AFK gains, huge. XP, I mean, yeah, it's good. But yeah, this one, pretty easy. This one also, you get it up. It's pretty good too. But yeah, I would definitely focus on that if you have enough drop rate, which I assume you do. You have a lot of the pay-to-win options. So yeah, and it'll make your prints better too. It's huge. Let's go ahead and check summoning. I mean, as the last thing we're going to do here. Yeah, you got your winter bonuses. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. So yeah, you're on Endless 50. So yeah, get all those Gambit gains too. Those Gambit gains are going to help you. Another thing too is when you get the doublers from Gambit, if you have to and you're a little bit low, which you are, go ahead and put the doublers into like, well, actually I see you got them in the Essence. Okay. Yeah, you're in the Essence, so that's what you're doing. You're pushing Essence. Okay. But yeah, push your Essence for a little while, and then swap them back over to your damage and whatnot. Maybe a couple HP, obviously your final cards, your mana gains, stuff like that. And you'll be able to just push up a lot more. But yeah, you're doing that the right way. You're all good. All right, I think that's about it. Do you have any questions for me? I know it's a long-winded one, but we had a lot of stuff to cover here, so thank you for everybody being kind of patient with me on this one. The Gambits, okay. Let's go ahead and check that out. You unlock more through schematics. Once again, the reason to do schematics. Because a lot of them unlock with currency from the jars. So yeah, once again, that's why it's another good reason to do your schematics, because you're getting improvements on the jars, and then you're also getting the currency from the jars to unlock more in Gambit. Yeah, exactly. So hence why I said that's another reason too. Yep. You're all good then? Okay. Then we'll go ahead and end this here, and I will send you a link when I'm done with it in Discord, and we'll be all good. But take care, everybody, and thank you for watching. Later.